Check, check. Okay, so this is a little bit of an extension of my last message about creativity. And what I want to talk about today, um, somebody has somebody said something, and it really weighed heavy on my heart. So I want to address that. And this person said, "How can you call yourself a Christian if you don't go to church?" And this is the narrow way of thinking. And I feel so sorry for people who are like that, who think like that. So, first, what I want to address first, we have the Bible. The Bible, every Christian, I'm sure, throughout the entire world would agree the Bible is our guide. It tells us what to do, it tells us what to not do, it shows us how to live, it shows us how to love, it shows us everything that we need to know. The Bible. Every Christian, I think, throughout the world can agree with that. Now, show me church. Show me church. And I'm not talking about the word. I'm talking about what we call church. A building on Sunday morning, sitting in the seats, sing a few songs, pastor delivers a message, sing another song, leave. This is church. This is what we call church. Show that to me here. Show me anywhere here. Show that to me. That's what I want to say. That's the point I want to make first. You can't find it there because it doesn't exist there. What we call church doesn't exist in the Bible. And yet somebody can make a statement like that. How can you call yourself a Christian if you don't go to church? That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. And this is where it goes back to creativity. Creativity should be in every aspect of our life. Every aspect of our life. From music to movies to how we live day to day, to how we worship God, to how we assemble. I don't think there is one correct way of assembling together as believers. There is not, because it never gives precise instructions. And when our instruction manual, the Bible, doesn't give you exact, precise instructions on something, that means it is open to the group. Okay, let me give you an example. Some people, some groups enjoy different kinds of music. The Bible doesn't say what kind of music is best. Some people enjoy more modern worship music. Some people enjoy more old style hymn type of music, just piano or organ. The Bible doesn't say what is right. It says sing a new song, but it doesn't say what kind of song. So that is open for us. If it's older people and older style music helps them to worship God, then that's fine for them. That's right for them. If it's younger people and more modern music with a beat and guitar helps them to be able to worship God, then that's fine for them. Also, different groups have different ways of dealing with money, finances. This is fine. Our instruction manual, the Bible, never says this one way is how everybody should do it. As far as leadership, this person or this group is in charge of how we, manage money. No, it's not there. So that's left for the individual group. Okay. So certain things are left open for the group to decide what is best for that particular group. And that is the same for our assembling. So the only example that Christ gave to us of the assembling of the believers is that where two or more are gathered in my name, there will I be in the midst of them. So the only requirement is that there be two or more people. So it doesn't have to be a building with 20 people, with 50 people, with 100 or 500 or 5,000 people. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be two people. It can be sharing dinner with your friend. It can be a conversation with your neighbor. These are no more or less valid than a large group gathered together. Okay, so assembling, I think, needs to be a creative process, like deciding what style of music that helps the group, or deciding what style of financial management will promote Christ and help the group. How we gather should be just as unique and just as creative for each group. Okay, so we need to start thinking outside the box. We just do, because we're stuck in this place and we try to fix it. We try to make adjustments here and there, and that's not going to work, because as long as Sunday is a special day, and as long as we go to that building to get our message, as long as we have a time and a place and a day, then we're going to differentiate between that and the rest of our time. It's just human nature. You have this special time, place, and day where you act different, you talk different, you dress different. As long as that exists as it is, then the rest of our time will be different. We will act, talk, and be different from that. And that's not Christianity. We have to look at our life as the assembling of the believers. Every act that we do, every communication that we have with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family, with our neighborhood, everything that we do on every day is the assembling of the believers. If we can get rid of that day, that special day, that just angers me. I just get angry with that special day, because that special day is killing the rest of our life. It's killing the rest of our week. Because if we feel like if we can do God's will on this day, then we can ride out the rest of the week. No matter how strong of a Christian you are, no matter how strong of a Christian you are, you're gonna act different. You're going to be different. You dress different. Nobody dresses on Wednesday like they do on Sunday. Nobody talks the way they do. Nobody talks on Tuesday the way they do on Sunday at church. No matter who you are, no matter if you're a pastor, no matter if you're the strongest in your faith, we have to do away with that and see everyday life as the assembling of the believer. And then that question, how can you call yourself a Christian when you don't go to church? That question will disappear. Nobody will think that, because every day is our assembly. Every day is our church. We are creative in putting that together, how we assemble, whether it's with your neighbors, with your friends, with your family, with your neighborhood. We are creative. We create something that glorifies God daily. Daily. You're the ambassador for Christ in your school, in your work, in your neighborhood. Daily, every day, every second of every minute of every day. It's not about Sunday. It's not about a building. It's not about a message. It's not about singing a few songs. It's every single day, every single minute of our life lived as the assembling of the believers. If we can change that mindset, we can take the next step. Just think about it.